Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Podcast, where learning English is simple and fun. I'm Jane.
And I'm Joseph. Hello, everyone. It is so good to be back with you. Every episode feels like a little reunion, and I love it.
I love it too. Okay, Joseph, before we get into today's topic, I want to ask you something personal.
Uh-oh. Personal questions make me nervous.
Don't worry, it's not too personal. Do you remember your very first job interview?
Oh, no. Why would you bring that up, Jane?
That bad?
It was a disaster. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking. I walked into the room and the interviewer said, "Tell me about yourself." And I just froze.
You froze?
Complete silence for about 10 seconds. It felt like 10 years.
Oh, Joseph, what happened next?
I finally started talking, but I was so nervous I said the wrong company name. I said, "I am very excited to work at," and I said the name of a completely different company.
No.
Yes, the interviewer just looked at me. I wanted to disappear into the chair.
That is both painful and very funny. Did you get the job?
What do you think?
Okay. Well, I have a first interview story too.
Please tell me. I need to feel better about mine.
So, my first interview, I was so eager to look professional. I dressed very nicely, I arrived early, I was prepared. Everything was going well until the interviewer asked, "What is your greatest weakness?"
Oh, that is a tricky question.
Very tricky, and I panicked. Do you know what I said?
What?
I said, "I have no weaknesses."
You said that.
I said it with full confidence, too, like it was the right answer.
And the interviewer?
She just wrote something in her notepad. I still don't know what she wrote. Probably, "Do not hire this person."
Did you get the job?
I did not, but I learned a very important lesson that day.
And now you are going to share that lesson with our listeners.
Exactly, because today we are talking about job interviews in English.
Yes, this is such an important topic. A job interview can change your life, and doing it in English makes it even more challenging.
It does, but by the end of this episode, you will know exactly what to say, how to say it, and how to handle the most common interview questions, all in English.
I wish I had this podcast before my first interview.
Me too, Joseph, me too. But before we dive in, we have a small request for our amazing listeners.
Yes, if Daily English Podcast is helping you learn English, please subscribe. It costs you nothing and it helps us so much.
And please give this episode a like and share it with a friend who is preparing for a job interview. You might really help someone today.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Okay, let's talk interviews.
So, Joseph, let's start from the beginning. What happens before you even walk into the interview room?
You prepare. You study the company. You practice your answers.
Exactly. Preparation is everything. But let's talk about something many people forget. What do you say when you first arrive?
Oh, like greeting the receptionist.
Yes, that is the very first impression. When you arrive, you might say to the receptionist, "Hello, my name is Joseph. I have an interview at 10 o'clock with Mr. Collins."
That is clear and professional. You give your name and the time of your appointment.
Exactly. And the receptionist might say, "Please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly."
And shortly means in a few minutes.
Right. So you sit, you wait calmly, and then the interviewer comes to meet you.
And when they come, what do we say?
When the interviewer greets you, always stand up, smile, and shake their hand firmly. Then say, "Hello, it is so nice to meet you. Thank you for having me."
Thank you for having me. I like that. It sounds grateful and professional.
It does. First impressions matter so much. The interview starts the moment you walk through the door, not when the questions begin.
Okay, so we've arrived, we have greeted the interviewer, now the questions start. What's the very first question almost every interviewer asks?
Almost every interview starts with, "Tell me about yourself."
The question that made me freeze.
Yes, but it doesn't have to be scary. This question is actually a gift because you can prepare your answer completely before the interview.
Really? How do we answer it well?
There's a simple formula, 3 parts. First, who you are and your background. Second, what you've been doing recently. Third, why you're here for this job.
So it tells a short story about you.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. My name is Jane, and I have a background in education. For the past 3 years, I've been teaching English to adult learners, developing lesson plans, and running conversation workshops. I'm here today because I'm deeply passionate about language learning, and I believe this role is a perfect match for my experience.
Wow, that's confident, clear, and professional. It covers everything without being too long.
That's the goal. About 30 to 60 seconds. Not too short, not too long.
Let me try mine. My name is Joseph, and I have a background in office administration. For the past year, I've been working as an administrative assistant where I managed schedules, handled emails, and supported my team. I'm here today because I'm ready for a new challenge, and I believe I can bring real value to your company.
Joseph, that was excellent.
Thank you. See? Preparation works.
Now, the second most common interview question, what are your strengths?
This one sounds easier, but people still get it wrong.
They do. The mistake is being too general, saying I'm hardworking or I'm a team player. Every single candidate says that.
So how do we make our answer stand out?
You name the strength and then give a specific example. Use this phrase, one of my greatest strengths is...
So it's not just a claim, you prove it.
Exactly. For example, one of my greatest strengths is organization. In my current role, I created a new filing system that saved my team 2 hours every week.
Specific and impressive. The interviewer can picture it.
Right. Now, the question that made me give a terrible answer in my first interview, what is your greatest weakness?
The one you said you had none?
Never say that. And never say, I work too hard. Interviewers hear that every day. It sounds dishonest.
So what is the right way to answer?
Be honest but smart. Name a real weakness, but then show what you are doing to improve it. The formula is, one area I am working on is, I have been improving by...
For example?
For example, one area I am working on is public speaking. I sometimes feel nervous presenting in front of large groups. I have been improving by volunteering to lead small team meetings and taking an online course on presentation skills.
That's honest, but it also shows self-awareness and effort. The interviewer sees someone who is always growing.
Exactly. That's the impression you want to leave.
What about, why do you want to work here? That one is also very common.
Very common. And the wrong answer is, because I need money, even if it is true.
I feel like that's what most people are thinking.
Maybe, but the right answer shows that you know the company and you genuinely want to be part of it. Say something like, I have always admired this company because, and I believe my skills in time management, meeting deadlines, data entry, and calendar management make me well suited for this role, as these skills enable me to contribute effectively and meaningfully to the company.
So you do your research before the interview.
Always. Know what the company does. Know their values. Know something that makes them special. That knowledge will make your answer shine.
Okay, Jane, one more question I want to cover. At the end of many interviews, the interviewer says, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, and so many people say, no, I think I have everything. That's a missed opportunity.
Really? We should always ask a question?
Always. It shows that you're genuinely interested. A good question to ask is, what does a typical day in this role look like? Or what qualities do the most successful people in this role have?
Those are smart questions. They show you're already thinking about doing the job well.
Exactly. Never ask about salary in the first interview unless they bring it up first. That conversation comes later.
Good advice.
Okay, everyone, I think it's time for our role play. This is the moment where everything comes together.
Yes, full job interview role play. I'll be the interviewer this time.
And I'll be the candidate. Let's set the scene. I'm applying for a position as a senior English teacher at a language school. Ready?
Ready. Come in, please. Have a seat.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for coming in today. So, let's start. Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Of course. My name is Jane, and I have a background in English language education. For the past 3 years, I've been teaching English to adult learners, developing lesson plans, and running conversation workshops. I'm here today because I'm deeply passionate about language learning, and I believe this school's approach to teaching is exactly aligned with my own values.
Excellent. And what would you say is your greatest strength?
One of my greatest strengths is my ability to make learners feel comfortable. Many of my students come in feeling nervous or embarrassed about their English level. For example, I developed a method using storytelling and role play that helped even the most shy students start speaking confidently within just a few weeks.
Impressive. What about weaknesses? Is there an area you're still working on?
Yes, absolutely. One area I am working on is using technology more effectively in my lessons. I sometimes rely on traditional methods, and I know there are wonderful digital tools available. I have been improving by completing an online course on educational technology this year.
That's great self-awareness. Now, why do you want to work with us specifically?
I have followed this school's work for a while, and I truly admire your focus on practical, real-world English. Your students leave here able to use English in their daily lives, not just pass a test. That philosophy matches exactly how I believe language should be taught.
Wonderful. We're almost done. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I do. What does a typical day look like for a teacher in this role?
Great question. Teachers here usually have 3 to 4 classes a day, with time built in for preparation and student feedback. It's busy, but very rewarding.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today. I truly hope we get the chance to work together.
Thank you, Jane. We'll be in touch. And scene.
How was that?
That was fantastic. You used every phrase we taught today, naturally and confidently.
That's the goal, and with practice, every one of our listeners can do exactly the same.
Let's do a quick recap before we go.
Yes, when you arrive, greet the receptionist professionally and say, "Thank you for having me," to the interviewer.
For tell me about yourself, use the 3-part formula: who you are, what you've been doing, and why you're here.
For strengths, name the strength and then back it up with a specific example. Use this structure. One of my greatest strengths is, and then say the strength. Then give a real situation that proves it. So if your strength is presentation skills, you would say, one of my greatest strengths is presentation skills. For example, at my last job, I gave a presentation to a room of 50 people, and my manager said it was the clearest report they had ever seen.
For weaknesses, be honest but show growth. One area I'm working on is I've been improving by.
For why do you want to work here, research the company and show genuine interest.
And always ask the interviewer a thoughtful question at the end. It shows you're serious.
Follow these steps and you'll walk into any English interview with confidence.
Before we go, a huge thank you to every single person listening today.
You're putting in the work to improve your English, and that's something to be proud of. Keep going.
Please subscribe to Daily English Podcast so you never miss a new episode.
And if this episode helped you, give it a like and share it with someone who has an interview coming up. You could make a real difference for them.
We love reading your comments too. So, today's question is, what is the interview question that makes you most nervous? Tell us in the comments below.
Mine used to be, what is your greatest weakness? But not anymore.
And mine was, tell me about yourself. Never again.
Look how far we've come.
Okay, everyone, go practice. You're ready.
Keep learning, keep growing, and remember,
Learning can be simple and fun.
until next time, goodbye everyone.
Bye.